Hey, what's up, everybody? How's it going?
Hola, muchachos.
So I don't know where Adam is. He texted me while I was in the back, and he said his router doesn't work. Iced coffee right here. I got the iced coffee today. Pumpkin spice is back in season, so I'm gonna be drinking a lot of it.
Pumpkin spice.
Oh, you one of those.
I like Danny's shirt. That shirt is fire, Danny.
Holy buckets of wiener shits!
Thank you.
Right off the bat.
Okay, we're starting off strong tonight.
Damn. Justin Monty threw in a fucking whopping super chat. Before we get started, I just want to pay my respects to the legend who recently passed away, Arlene Sorkin, who plays Harley Quinn, and Bob Barker, the original host of Price is Right. May the rest in peace. It's been a bad week for people, man. Bad week.
Yeah,
the legendary Funk, who I had the privilege when I was a kid. When I was 16, I got to see Terry Funk wrestle Dusty Rhodes.
Oh, cool.
So the legendary Funk passed away, and then the next day we get Bray Wyatt passed away.
Yeah.
Then the next day Bob Barker passes away.
Was he sick?
What's that?
Was Bray Wyatt sick?
I don't know.
Was he sick?
They didn't say anything about his coffee.
He had COVID and had a heart attack.
Oh, damn.
And then right
Well,
after
the
Bob
wrestlers,
Barker
man.
was Harley Quinn.
You automatically think it's a drug related or something. I hope
Yeah, you
it
never know.
wasn't that because he was really fun to watch.
Yeah, I like Bray Wyatt a lot.
I saw the meme about Bob Barker talking about he went out in style. He actually died betting under $1. He died at 99. He went out in fashion.
A lot of people's reaction. I'm not gonna lie. A lot of people's reaction, including mine, was I thought Bob Barker was already dead.
I thought he was too.
Like, I thought he died 2 years ago.
Guys are terrible. Man was
No,
still,
not a bad thing. I thought he died a while back. I mean,
it was like really quiet. Like nobody
He
heard
was
about
funny
him.
in that
Adam Sandler.
Adam Sandler movie.
Happy Gilmore.
Happy Gilmore, yeah.
Yeah. Price is
Price
wrong,
is
Bob.
wrong, Bob.
That he has that punching. He's punching
Yeah.
the camera. See, yeah.
Yeah.
That
So,
was
Justin, thank you. Appreciate
Yeah,
the massive super chat, man. Really. And like I said, we lost a lot of them.
Yeah,
This
that's a somber
week,
week, man.
a lot
Somber
of-
week. I actually
Yeah.
had a friend die, personal friend die, old military friend, self-deletion. It wasn't very good. Yeah. So yeah. He had a lot of
So those are the worst
PTSD.
ones, man.
Yeah, he had a lot of PTSD and got into real bad drugs after all that stuff. And
People don't realize
Yeah.
how bad that PTSD and that stuff coming back messes people up. You know, like it really does mess people up.
When I first got out, couldn't sleep, thoughts racing, all kind of crazy stuff.
Yeah.
But thank God I was able to get
Amen, man.
past that, buddy.
Yeah.
But it is crazy.
I still remember my dad waking up just screaming, especially during thunderstorms. Like, because my dad fought in Vietnam, he was a POW, so he was captured for months.
Wow. Did
So,
you
yeah.
feel like that pack thing, DJ?
for the
Like if you've been, it gives you a list of different places that if you were in during a certain period of time.
yeah, I did that. I'm part of that the whole Lejeune thing too. The whole big
The water-
lawsuit they got.
water
Yeah,
stuff?
the water thing. Yeah.
I signed a lot of those people on my other
Yeah.
activities.
Wow.
It's
If
great.
you
That's
guys
nice.
are coming in, please smash that like button. We got over 30 people watching, and we only have 13 likes, and that's not good. I do have everybody's link in the description box below, so you guys can go check out their channel. If you guys want to talk about Bray Wyatt and Terry Funk, you guys can throw in the messages and whatnot. But we have the Ahsoka we got to talk about, and then Rebel Moon, and hopefully I don't lose my temper this time and say stuff maybe I shouldn't have said. You know, if anybody, there was only like
Moon first.
17 people watching, so you know, but yeah, I'm really upset about the Rebel Moon. I'm more
Yeah,
upset about the fans.
I saw your review. I saw
I
your
got
review.
something I want to say about Rebel Moon.
What's that?
So let's talk about Rebel Moon first. I want to talk about that.
You want to talk about Rebel Moon first,
Yeah.
and with Ahsoka? That's fine. 'Cause I don't know if Adam's coming or not. He said his
Router.
Brooklyn, it was in the moment, okay? I didn't mean anything. It wasn't directed toward anybody. It was a mess up, and it was deleted right afterwards. Apologize. If it makes you feel any better, I called Anzo directly after it happened, and I said, Anzo, I know I'm fucked up. I got in the heat in the moment, but hey, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I did not mean anything by it.
Been hanging around Adam, going to the meetings, and now the truth has come out. Mm-hmm.
You notice I didn't make no jokes about that tonight,
Yeah.
right?
Mm-hmm.
Who's going to those meetings?
Yeah, it ain't Adam. But I hear a lot of people comparing this to Star Wars Rebel Moon, and I have to see it first before I can make a comparison. But based on what I saw, it looked pretty good. It looked like something I'm definitely going to check out. I know a lot of people saying it kind of jumped from here to this to this. I saw shades of Dune to me. I saw those shades of if you watch The Sandman, it had some of that darkness to it.
Yeah, I mean, it's got a bunch of different elements, a bunch of stuff.
And I saw 300, but this is Zack Snyder. He has a certain style, a certain flair.
Exactly.
And I didn't hate it. And I hear some people say it's garbage and it's trash, all this kind of stuff. I'm not, like I said, I'm not using those words to describe anybody's blood, sweat, and tears. There are more descriptive words you can use other than garbage and trash. But I'm just going to wait and see it. From what I've seen, it looked pretty interesting compared to some of the other stuff I hadn't seen, that we have seen in the past, that people rave about. I'm not exact Snyder zealot like some people are, but if I like his stuff, I'm going to watch it. And I definitely like some of his style. The slow motion stuff, a lot of people complain about, and how he has this flair with capes and how they flap and stuff.
That's his gimmick. That's his
Stuff
thing.
look fire to me. And the slow motion stuff, if it's a bad scene, the slow motion scenes in 300, I thought were fantastic. I got to see all the bone, the sinew, the teeth getting crunched, and the jaws, and all that kind of stuff. So I don't have a problem with it. So if it's gonna be something like that, and the story is good, it may be comparable to Star Wars in some aspects, but Star Wars is kind of like Star Wars is on a different level. The last 3 episodes not, but first 6, they kind of set themselves apart. And Star Wars is got such a lure, it's kind of like that albatross, like that unicorn. It's gonna be hard to ever touch that, no matter how bad you think these Disney Plus shows are, or how good you think they are. Star Wars is gonna be very hard to destroy and kill, because it's just in a class by itself. So if it is as good as Star Wars, I'll say it is. Or if I think it is, if it's not, then it's nothing to get mad about and be up in arms, and it's like some channels are going fool and crazy over. I think that's crazy.
I don't see how we get from a teaser trailer as a Star Wars killer. Like, you haven't even seen the movie yet. How is this a Star Wars killer? Like, I don't understand it. It's a teaser trailer. It told nothing about the story. We had some nice visuals, but that's not going to kill a whole.
Let's be realistic.
3-minute trailer killed 4 decades of movies.
A 50-year-old franchise is going to kill that 3-minute trailer? No, get out of here.
Not only decades of movies, we're talking about decades of content
And
like
lore,
games,
books, comics,
everything. Nothing's gonna ever, like I said this one of my streams says, Star Wars is never gonna die, no matter what you're, because the fandom, yes, is the most craziest fandom that we have out there, the most divided fandom, the most toxic fandom. But those fandoms, believe it or not, even if they talk about it negatively, the ones that talk about it positively is the ones that are keeping it alive.
Mm-hmm.
So it doesn't matter.
This right here is very similar how, I'm going to use a sports analogy. When a player come along, like Patrick Mahomes, he looks like something we never seen before. They automatically throw in GOAT. He's the GOAT.
The GOAT. He's the greatest.
He hasn't been there long enough to be called a GOAT.
Time.
If he keeps his trajectory, then I'll say that. Yeah. But 3 years comparing Patrick Mahomes
to Tom Brady
is ludicrous. Comparing this 3-minute video to whatever Star Wars done, good or bad, is crazy.
Yeah.
You got to let this marinate, got to let it cook. Man. Let's just say, for instance, this thing goes 6 seasons. Like Game of Thrones. Game of Thrones was supposed to be the most best thing on TV, and then the last season kind of killed it. But if it goes like Game of Thrones, and it develops into a movie, and it develops like Star Wars, and it makes 6 or 7. I mean, but it's not going. I'm saying if it makes 6 or 7 movies like Star Wars did,
like a full franchise
story, then I'll be like, okay. After I see all 6 of them, I can make a fair comparison. Be like, okay, maybe it is better than Star Wars.
Yeah, it's so good. It's so good. It's so better than Star Wars. It didn't get a theatrical release.
Exactly.
On Netflix, yeah.
It's got straight to
Because
streaming.
it's Star Wars killer. It doesn't even get that big theatrical release.
That's what I said.
It's
funny.
funny.
Netflix.
my brother-in-law texted me. He goes, "Hey, bro, when it comes out, when Rebel Boo comes out, want to go see it in the theater?" And I text him back. I'm like, "Bro, it's on Netflix, man.
I'll watch it on my
and
couch."
He's like, "What? Not even a theater release?" I'm like, "No." No one trusts his shit to go out to the theaters.
I'm glad Danny used the sports analogy because I agree with him with the Patrick Mahomes. I'm going to use another sports analogy. The Dallas fucking Cowboys, because that's the Snyder fans are nothing but Cowboy fans. Those two are the same.
They're living off 20 years ago.
I never seen like the Dallas Cowboys haven't won a Super Bowl since the 90s, and these people are cheering every damn year like this team is like the greatest coming of like, oh my god, they're the greatest ever, right? What does Zack Snyder do that has everybody sucking his wiener so much? Like let's be honest, all of his movies underperform, and that's coming
even
from
the good ones.
Yeah,
even the good ones.
Watchmen is my favorite superhero film of all time. I will die on that hill. I think it's the greatest comic book film of all time. Underperformed at the box office. There's a reason. If this movie was so freaking good and it was the Star Wars killer, how come Paramount didn't buy the rights for it?
Universal.
I didn't Warner Brothers or Universal or any of these major studios. There's a reason why it's going to Netflix, people. It's just that simple. So you can sit there and go, oh, Star Wars killer, Star Wars. Like, the fans are what drives me nuts, because if you watch my trailer reaction, I was like, oh, I was positive. I was like, oh, this looks interesting. Hey, I'm down for it. And then I get done, I upload my video, I go over to Twitter, and here's Fatal J. Screw you, Star Wars. Blah, blah, blah. Star Wars killer's coming. I'm like, you can't be excited for nothing, because the fanboys, they shoot it out. They're like PlayStation fans. Like they overshoot everything. Like, just enjoy the damn thing. It doesn't have to be Star Wars killer. Just hope for it to be good. Because a lot of these movies aren't good. Okay.
My thing is, with that being this the Star Wars killer, they're saying you put the bar so high now, so no matter what it does, it's not going to be up to your expectations.
Yeah, but you see those fans those are the fans that are fed up of Disney Star Wars, right? That's what they want. They want
Snyder fanboys or the Snyder fanboys.
No, well, that too, but there's fans out there that are really frustrated. They want to see something take over.
Everybody here on their panel has someone that or something that they just very passionate about.
Oh yeah.
I didn't see Fatal J's response, but I know he's very passionate about.
He wasn't the only one. He was just the first name that came to mind.
I'm not saying anything because I love Fatal. We boys.
I like Fatal too.
Yeah, and I'm just saying. I don't know. I know he's a big Zack Snyder fan for whatever reason it is, and there's some actors that we like and gravitate towards more to others. To say it's a Star Wars killer, I think is a little strong right now. Like I said, if this develops and it goes to the big screen, and we see there's some movies that come on Netflix that are better than movies that are actually in the theater. So I don't know whether that's a good or bad thing. I know when it's starting off on Netflix, you kind of be like, the big screens. For some reason, they didn't pick it up. There's something, but sometimes, and correct me if I'm wrong, things that start off small can gravitate to things that can go to the big screen. So I don't know whether or not if it's going to have a fan following or a fan get that push, and it may be something that'd be like, whoa, this is really, really good.
But the thing is, in my opinion, here's the thing, Zack Snyder had to shop that script around to somebody, right? Whether you like Zack Snyder or not, his movies are very convoluted. All of his movies are like dark visual orgies, and they're convoluted as hell. Like even Watchmen is convoluted as hell, but Watchmen the comic was also written that way. So you take someone like Christopher Nolan or Martin Scorsese or James Cameron, if they leave a studio, they can go up to a script. Look at Quentin Tarantino. Martin Scorsese and Quentin Tarantino had people bidding. They had studios bidding for their script. If you go straight to Netflix, that's not a good thing. Martin Scorsese's Irishman went to Netflix, and guess what? He got a theatrical release because he had that pull. You know, Zack Snyder doesn't have no pull. The dude's batting under 500 right now.
Man, that movie's almost 4 hours though.
That's another Irishman. Yeah, but look, those. I mean, you look at Zack Snyder's movies. All
the Snyder cut, freaking 4 hours long.
BVS Ultimate Cut's like 3.5 hours. Yeah. Man of Steel's like 2.5, 2:45. It's just All these movies are long as hell.
Here's my thing. Why is it gotta be a Star Wars? Why is it gotta be a Star Wars killer? Why can't you have a new franchise come out and it be good?
Yeah,
it goes back to what I said. It's to people that are just fed up with what Disney has done with fan favorite characters and split the fandom completely. That's what it is.
Justin Monte threw a $5 super chat a little while ago, and he said the reason why I despise Star Wars fan base is because how toxic it can be.
Oh, 100%.
I mean, Star Wars fans have always been toxic.
Yeah, Star Wars fans are just like sport fans. I mean,
they want their cake and eat it too.
You love the NFL. If you're a football fan, you love the NFL. You see just crazy teams and crazy things and these crazy stuff and some of the crazy plays that you see and it drives you crazy. Why are they doing that? And same thing with these movies. To me now, and I hope it's not a hot take, I like the Disney Plus shows better than his last two Star Wars movies. I mean, I just did not like them. The Force Awakens, I like. The Last Jedi and the last one, I'm not even the movie that shall not be repeated. I don't even.
Don't forget Solo. Solo's not that bad of a movie. It's just
It's something that I watched one time. I was interested because there were certain things like the Parsec Run, that kind of stuff, and you see a young Lando Calrissian. I didn't like that thing about the robot. The pan, whatever you call it, pansexual. Yeah. I thought it was a little crazy. But to see some of the stuff in the card games and some of the lore that we knew about it, to see stuff live and see the backstory behind it, I don't mind seeing that because sometimes reading the book is good, but sometimes when you see it visually and it's
you get a better understanding of it.
Yeah, so and then some people don't read books like JJ, God rest his soul.
Yeah, I haven't read any Star Wars books.
He learned his Star Wars lore through watching the movie, so. That's why I don't hate Boba Fett as much as other people do because we only saw Boba Fett in the live screen a total of maybe 15, 20 minutes. I'll give you 30 minutes to be gracious. But in this one movie, we learned his back history, what he done between last time we saw him fall in the Sarlacc pit to now. A lot of fans didn't like that. They thought he was sorry, and they built up this lore that he was such a badass. But if you get in that pit for how many years he was in there, that might change your outlook on life too. So I mean, I didn't hate it. I seen something better, yes, but I like learning stuff about Star Wars because a lot of times you don't have time to read the books, or if you don't have Audible, you don't have time to do that stuff. So when you see it, then that kind of catches you up, in a quicker pace. And a lot of times, stuff that you see, you remember more than what you read or hear.
I kind of agree with you. I think I like the Disney Plus shows a lot more than the last couple movies as well. Mm-hmm. I think the Disney Plus shows, whether you like them or not, I think they at least have a game plan and they're structured well. Whereas the movies, you can tell there was no structure to it. My main problem has always been with the shows. I didn't like Book of Boba Fett. I mean, I liked it more than Rise of Skywalker. I liked half of it. I just felt like the ending was bad, but it's just the music. The music was always the thing that killed me because it didn't feel like Star Wars. I gave Mandalorian a pass because I'm like, okay, they're gonna go with this Western style, whatnot. But then Obi-Wan not using the Force theme or Vader's theme, like it was clear that Disney doesn't want to pay the licenses for the music. That's my complaint. It's like Star Wars is more than just one thing. I think Ahsoka. I just rewatched the first episode again. I think it's phenomenal. And to see people online going, why is there all females in this thing? It's like, did you guys
that's what the cast was in the cartoon as well.
That's what I said. Yeah, that's what I said.
The only male characters, one died, one went to the unknown regions with Thrawn, and Zeb went back to the
alien.
People. Yeah.
And we saw Zeb in the last
Mandalorian.
Yeah. I have a feeling he'll be in there by the end of the season.
I think Rex might show up in Ahsoka.
Well,
I think that's a guarantee too.
And the casts, they have Rex. They have. Did you see the thing on in the credits?
Yeah,
that's,
Sam.
Sam Witwer. Yeah, exactly. He's in it as well.
I'm staying away from theories though. I don't want to get my hopes up and spoiled because that's what happened with a lot of the Marvel.
You just had one theory that I think is pretty strong on Alzo's show, but I won't discuss it if you don't want to.
You can discuss it, but I want to stay away from theories personally.
They think that
I don't want to hear that the Inquisitor's Ezra because that was the dumbest.
Yeah, I heard that too. I was like, it doesn't make sense. Doesn't make sense.
It does. It does though. It does make sense.
Padawan is father and daughter.
Father and daughter.
Yeah, I think that's his daughter.
I mean, that's a possibility.
Yeah.
I just have to say this: Ray Stevens' performance, man, God rest his soul.
Good.
Yeah.
It's the most presence on since I would have to say going back to the original trilogy of a villain, like just his presence.
Yeah, his Vader scene in the hallway.
His composure.
Yeah.
To
his
me,
composure she is more sinister. He is more.
She reminds me of a Asajj Ventress.
She reminds me of a female Darth Maul.
Yes, you're right, Rob. Yeah, it's true.
Yeah, well, Asajj Ventress is from Dathomir, just like Darth Maul. They kind of have that same style for the most part.
It's her scowl she has all the time.
I do like they got that witch Dathomir. She's like a
dude. I'm so glad that they made her Night Sister because it makes so much sense now. But when they said that's why I like Dave Filoni, man. He circled everything back to make things connected and stuff. You know, it was just phenomenal the fact that they I
think they're going to tweak that World Between Worlds too. That map, and once they put that part to that machine, I don't think it's going to be like a time thing, but I think it's going to be
like a wormhole travel.
A vehicle to get them to a point quicker than normal space travel.
Yeah, I agree with you, Danny, on that.
Yeah.
I was going to say
visually, this thing is on point. Visually,
the music is phenomenal.
Yeah,
phenomenal. They took the music from Rebels. They have that in there. They have Ahsoka's theme in there, and I was watching it, and it actually played the original Star Wars song, but they changed the last couple beats of it, so it didn't sound exactly like it. It was like, man.
So they don't get copy struck?
Yeah. So they don't get copyrighted by their own people. But I was listening to it with headphones on, and you could hear the
hear the difference. Yeah.
It's so good, man. Like I was getting goosebumps at certain points. I was like, man, this music is phenomenal. That part where Hera's like, well, I bet you your master had a hard time, and they started playing a little bit of the Vader theme.
Yes.
They did. Oh, wow.
That I picked up on.
It's a little something like that make the show really good. A little subtle stuff to give you the good vibe and the feel of it. So.
My master never got to finish my training.
Yeah, I see. The whole thing was like I was because I kind of broke this down from the trailers. I'm like, they're going to make Sabine a Jedi. I'm like, this doesn't make no sense because Jon Favreau kind of split it out, and Dave Filoni had to backtrack a little bit. And of course, they talked about she was my apprentice or whatnot. I'm like, dude, she was never force sensitive. And then I'm glad in the second episode, the droid was like, yeah, you got no force, and you're like,
like, he was clowning her bad.
They're just, and it makes sense because remember, it was Kanan that was showing her how to fight with the Darksaber.
Yeah.
So of course, when Ezra disappeared and she ends up with his lightsaber, it's the same type, almost like the same type of weapon, right? Just that the balancing of the Darksaber is a lot different than a regular lightsaber. So she was training him in that sense.
I'm wondering why Ahsoka took her as a Padawan, because the first two episodes, the second episode ends where Rebels ends. So everything
when she's waiting there in all white and all that stuff for her.
Wish they got rid of her staff.
He touches the mural and all that stuff. Yeah.
The thing for me, I think Ahsoka has a different type of force power where she can sense dreams and presences from other people, and the fact that she is strongly connected to Ezra and she's having dreams about Ezra, she's connecting. That's why you see it many times. It's Sabine. You saw her in the hospital. She can she walks up to her because she keeps hearing Ezra. So for me, I don't know. I think I'm stretching here, but I have a feeling like there's more connected there with Ahsoka. Ahsoka is in tune with something. Like there's something going on with Ahsoka that she senses a lot more than what we're getting right now, and there's something big coming for sure.
Yeah, I think there's going to be a massive buildup, and a lot of Force users have different abilities. Like Ezra was able to communicate with the animals,
with
on
the whale.
And what's Homeboy's name from the Clone Wars? Oh my God, I can't remember, but he could touch an item and see its past.
Okay.
He was the one that fell in love with Asajj Ventress, and then she died.
Oh, you're talking about
I got his name at the tip of my tongue.
From the best book that I read.
If Nindroid was here, he would know it right off the bat.
Oh my God. Boss.
Voss, Quinlan Voss. Yes, thank you, Quinlan Voss. I'm glad Phil Collins doing the super chat. I'm glad lightsabers are used a lot. I called Anzo. I was talking to Anzo. I'm like, they showed more lightsabers in the first 2 episodes.
The last 3 movies.
Than the last 3 damn movies.
Yeah.
And I'm like,
the only thing I have about that is the whole, people not dying from being stabbed on the Disney Plus shows.
To be fair, she got stabbed on the far side.
Yes, but it's, I get it. I understand the whole technicality now, and we talked about it before. It was on the side, but the amount of heat that those lightsabers
cauterized the room.
Yeah.
It cauterizes the room. I mean,
it's in there for a few seconds, though.
He did kill that captain. She stabbed the captain, or he did. I forgot which one did. Right through his, but that was like dead middle.
The problem I have, damn the lightsaber. Why are you fist fighting a droid? Like, she's doing all these combos there. They're punching a droid. I'm like, that's not going to hurt the droid.
I do love the beat going around. It's like everybody survived a stab by a lightsaber, and Qui-Gon was the only one that died. But his was like directly in the middle.
That was like
just because Qui-Gon was an older guy. If you read the books, I know Rob read the books, and Obi-Wan was concerned because he was breathing hard, and every time they whipped the little laser shields, he was meditating to try and get his breath because Darth Maul was giving him the business. And it says in the book that why Obi-Wan was so concerned, he's trying to get to him because he didn't know whether or not his master could do it because he was up with age. Now, having said that, Sabine is young, and we know good and well that there's a injury that an older person may not make it, and a younger person get that same injury and can make it. So that's the thing. And I see it, and I see it all the time. There's one lady I work with, she got stabbed 50-something times, and she's still walking this planet. Now, one of us gets 50-something times, we probably gonna be dead.
It's like the Scream movies. Everybody gets stabbed now, and they just keep on walking.
So that to me was, I know everybody went crazy about it, but okay.
Oh,
she was younger.
Yeah, it was like way off to the side,
and they got her right to medical soon, so it wasn't like
Qui-Gon was laying there, and while Obi-Wan was getting his butt kicked by Darth Maul.
Obi-Wan was still fighting.
Well, he was still in between the force fields, right? Obi-Wan. So it took him time for that force field to open up and actually be able to move in, right? But I don't know, man. It's like when you see that scene in episode 1 where they're sticking the lightsabers in the freaking, blast doors and they're melting it away, and then you see someone get
the same thing, but
I was just
saying, some people got shot in the head, get shot in the head. Or shooting the chest, and they still live. Some people die. It just depends on.
That was inside the Snarlack for like 2 days.
God save that Beskar. I don't know, man. That's the only thing that after I watched it for a second time, I was like, oh shit, that lightsaber thing. Okay, I can get why people are a little bit like, yeah.
But I think it's more funny than anything.
It didn't bother me at all.
I didn't think twice about it.
Yeah. Well, you can clearly see it was left to center.
I just want someone to start getting severed again.
I still love Chopper trying to commit war crimes and everything out there. He's crashing.
I love that scene with Chopper. It was funny.
Oh, Chopper was great.
Yeah. Did you move my stuff?
And I had a lot of I was worried about Mary Elizabeth Winstead.
Dude, I ain't gonna lie. There's one scene where they're on that little cart on episode 2, and her ass looks good in those orange pants. I'm like, God damn.
Yeah. I was like, damn, man, she's actually pretty good.
Yeah, she's killing it.
I always felt you guys can take this however you want. I always felt it should have been someone of color playing Hera, right? Like sort of like Dragon Ball Z, right? We kind of think Piccolo was black, right? Right. I always kind of looked at Hera the same way. And mostly because Mary Elizabeth Winstead's facial features are so small compared to Hera's. Yeah, I thought they would go more the route like they did with Return of the Jedi and stuff, because those Twi'leks had more facial features. But she knocked it out, man. I was actually surprised. I was like, damn. And I think Sabine, the girl that got played Sabine, she did very well.
On point.
A couple things from Ahsoka the character felt out of place sometimes with some of the things she was doing. I don't know if anybody else caught that. Some of the remarks she had, well, you messed it up. Things that Ahsoka would never say to anybody.
Mm-hmm. Let's be honest, though. There was a lot of
Rosario Dawson just writing from that. Like,
but there's a lot of time that has passed, right, since the Ahsoka cartoon to this. And I liked how they mimicked the ending on the second episode when she goes back for Sabine.
It's basically the same. It's
How
basically the same thing.
It was just different. She didn't have the staff or whatever.
Staff, yeah.
They retconned that part.
Wasn't wearing all white.
Yeah, but I like that. I like that. That's so we got a little bit of the gap of what happened in between, right?
But my thing is, so because I'm confused at the season finale or the series finale of Rebels, Ezra saved Ahsoka from being killed. So Ahsoka had to lay low so no one knew she was alive, right? So she was gone this entire time. We assume she just shows up out of nowhere to help Sabine find Ezra. That's how Rebels ends. But then we get this show and we find out, well, she was with Mandalorian trying to find Thrawn. She actually had Sabine as an apprentice and all this. Like what the hell is she doing?
Yeah.
Like, why would she go to Sabine anyway?
Wasn't Hera pregnant at the end of Rebels?
Where's her son at?
Yeah.
She already had a son, right?
Yeah. That's what I'm curious about. Where's
he at? Yeah.
Maybe he's with Luke.
On that. Maybe he's with Luke. Maybe he's with Luke.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Because
he should be about what?
He has to be if he's Kanan's son.
He should be about what, 10, 12 now?
He looked like he was about 5, 6 at the end of Rebels. And depending on how far that took place after this, he's got to be around 10.
10,
he's got to be around 10 because Rebels ends before A New Hope. A New Hope until Return of the Jedi is like 10 years. So he's got to be around that age. So he's probably training with Luke because they said this is going to lead into the movie, right? The Heir to the Empire movie. I'm thinking that they're going to bring Luke back for that movie, and he's probably going to have some students there with him. So Phil Collins said, I think if he threw in a $5 super chat, thank you. I think if they didn't do it in, I think he meant Obi-Wan, then they wouldn't have that much of a problem with this scene. What scene is he talking
about?
But I think the scene with Ahsoka coming back to Sabine.
Ahsoka coming back, yeah. I think Ahsoka being in Mandalorian was really good, and it kind of makes sense now, So
see, it's the circling back that I really like. He comes back to all the stuff. So
I'm telling you, man, dude, if you're not a hardcore Star Wars fan, you can't keep track of this shit.
Like I'm more newer than I'm probably the most like lower level Star Wars fan than you guys, and I've had to do a lot of like research to kind of keep track of everything because it's a lot.
The timeline always confuses me,
and that's what messes me up. The time I'm always confused with the timeline where we're at.
This after,
So
other than that, I don't understand that before Yavin, after Yavin.
That's what the crawls are for. That's why they should keep the freaking crawls, man.
Yeah, they did bring the crawl back.
They did have a mini crawl.
Thank God for that.
Yeah. I mean, we
kind of like the red.
Ago.
A lot of people don't like it, but I kind of like it because
I did.
This is more of a dark,
different.
One.
Yeah.
I'm leaning more towards the Sith. I like the Sith better than the Jedi. So I'm like, that's
well, it made sense because you went red and you opened up with I can't think of his name, Ray Steve character and all that stuff.
Because that's what it is.
Yeah.
That's what it is. It's like the Revenge of the Sith almost, right? But they're not Sith. But it's this new faction of
Jedi
that are coming.
He was the former Padawan in the Jedi
because the robot even mentioned him. They only need one student that made
in 500 years.
500 years, like something like this.
Yeah, so. and I have a feeling that this show is not going to end on a happy note.
Nope.
No,
I have a feeling it's going to be like an Empire Strikes Back.
And I hope that is because I want something that's like, okay, what's going to happen
bring
next?
Thrawn in before the last episode.
I think they will.
Because of episode 3 or 4 or something like that, and kind of stay. And maybe Ezra be the Luke Skywalker moment.
That's what I think Ezra be the.
Yeah.
I think Thrawn is going to show up maybe around the 4th episode, maybe toward the end. I'm not sure. Shit's going to go down. He's going to do something. And then it's going to end with them finding exactly where Ezra is. It is going to end with them going to get Ezra. And then that's going to lead into the movie. But then the movie, because when the movie starts, you have to have the villain already established. You can't have the villain building up. So they're going to use this series to build up Thrawn, rebuilding the Empire. And then when the movie starts,
exactly.
If they do it right. Because that's what we was hoping that Marvel would do with their movies and their Disney Plus shows, but the only one they really did it with, I think, was correctly was WandaVision because it set up Multiverse of Madness.
Well, it went right into the next movie.
So that was if they keep doing that, and I think Disney Plus is the perfect vehicle to do that. But sometimes they don't stick the landings because Secret Invasion they did not stick the landings.
That's been the problem with Marvel.
Like if it wasn't for Dave Filoni, I would be afraid.
Yeah, but I've heard that same thing. We got
with
faith in Kevin Feige and.
But see, I think Kevin Feige in his the kind of give him some slack is I think when Bob Chapek took over, they overrid that man with work. Like you got to oversee all these Disney Plus shows, you got to oversee all these movies, and he's only one person. He can't do that. Dave Filoni's just focused on his show and the movie. That's it. You know, so I think it's easier for him to kind of judge. Like Dave Filoni's not paying attention to whatever that Ray movie is gonna be or that Taika Waititi movie. Like, you know, and here's the thing though. Like I said about Black Adam, what did I say? If you guys want Henry Cavill to come back, go support Black Adam. If you guys want a Thrawn movie, Heir to the Empire with Luke, you need to support the show. Because if you guys are out there bashing it all the time, these studios are reactionary. They're gonna be like, well, nobody wants it. We'll just stop. You know, we won't do a movie. We'll just do another season of the Disney Plus show.
Well, let's be honest. Now with the strike, we don't know when we're gonna get whatever.
Yeah, dude.
Everything's delayed. I mean,
wrestlers are going back to wrestling because there's nothing they can do in Hollywood. John's coming back. Rock is coming back. There's nothing for them to do in Hollywood.
You gotta pay those checks and keep that family going in their lifestyles, man.
Dude, as much money as them guys be making, they need to take a couple years vacation.
But they don't.
Nope. Well, Rock is a workhorse, man. That dude, he can't.
He got other businesses. He's not hurting right now. He's got other businesses.
Justin threw in a $10 super chat. Hey, Rob, off topic, but did you know that tomorrow, August 28th, officially marks the 30th anniversary of Power Rangers?
Make me feel old, man.
When Mighty Morphin originally, I did not know that.
Making me feel old.
Yeah, making me feel real old. Damn, there's no way, bro. So you telling me I was 9 years old when Power Rangers?
Yeah, I was in third grade. I was in third grade, third grade, So eight, 9, yeah.
I was 20 something, and I started watching my kid. I got married when I was 25. That's about right.
You know what makes me really feel old? I'm only 39, but I lived in 5 decades, and that baffles my mind.
I'm right there with you.
90s, 2000s, 210s, 220s. I'm like, what the fuck is going on? Wow, it's so weird, man. So weird. Makes me feel old.
The 70s and the 80s and 90s were great.
The 90s.
I love the
80s. I wish I was
early 90s
in the 70s. God, that'd be
nice. I just mid 70s. I went.
I still think the 90s. I mean,
90s.
I've only lived in 5 decades. I still think the 90s are like my favorite era.
90s had the best R&B hip hop music.
80s
had the best music. All
had the best.
80s.
Some of the best movies, some of the best like cartoons. You had
best
some of the
video
best
games, like
games,
everything that's like popular now stem from the 90s. Like what we have now is it evolved from what the 90s started. Like we wouldn't have video games that we had if it wasn't for Nintendo, Super Nintendo,
Sega, and all them. Yeah,
we wouldn't have the movies if it wasn't for like Matrix and Episode 1 Phantom Menace. It's like a lot of stuff from the 90s spawned what we have today, and
that era. But in like music, I remember Solid Gold in the 80s. Everybody watched that movie.
Yes,
black, white, Hispanic, we all watch that. Now there's some of the stuff they play on the radio. I'm like, great, cut it off.
I can't stand it, man. To be honest with you,
I can't listen to
the 80s music to me was more universal.
Can't stand that new shit. I can't.
Mad 1306 doing a $2 super chat. One Piece live action series this week, August 31st.
I have no. I'm after Cowboy Bebop. I'm just like, I'm gonna watch it, but my bar is like way down here because
I won't watch nothing until the live action Avatar comes out, and then I'll watch that. And then again, I'll be like DJ, my bar is gonna be set so.
Is that a game or something?
No, it's anime.
One Piece is the anime.
One Piece live action.
And I'm not the biggest One Piece fan. I've had not seen all episodes of me because like 1 million.
It's
episodes.
like 1,000 episodes.
It's almost 1,100 now.
Yeah,
you talking about One Punch Man or One Piece?
No, One Punch Man is good.
Is it martial arts style?
No, it's like pirates.
Yeah, they're pirates and stuff.
Yeah. I don't know. I mean,
I can't
I'm
really
gonna watch
it.
it.
I only watched one episode.
Yeah, I'm gonna watch it, but like I said, I'm just watching it to watch it because it's.
I'm ready for them to bring back Dragon Ball Z. I'm ready.
No, they need to let that shit die.
Negative.
They tried live action, they failed.
No, I'm talking about
Dragon Ball Super.
Yeah,
they need to, man. There's like 4 or 5 story arcs they haven't even done yet.
I'm ready to see that now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they need to continue with that. I don't know what's going on with that, man.
Yeah,
but I read the manga. I'm up to date on it. So
I don't read the manga, so I'm just kind of waiting for it to come out.
Like Vegeta's he surpassed Goku. Last time I heard,
he didn't surpass Goku. But
is he a god of destruction yet?
No, but he has Beerus's powers.
Yeah,
he can turn like purple hair and like what would they call it? The god of destruction powers. That's what he has. Yeah. Justin threw in a $5 super chat. The live action Avatar series can't be any worse than the 2010 movie.
No,
hey, I like the 2010 movie.
No, don't say that, Rob.
You
can't like Evolution and that garbage of the Avatar. No, you can't like both of them. No,
here's the thing. There are things, right? Is it better than the show? No. The show is fantastic. But I still think that M. Night Shyamalan in that horrible movie did some things better than what the show did. Right? At the end, when I can't remember the brother's name, falls in love with the Moon Princess or whatever. Mm-hmm. They actually have time for that to develop in the movie. In the show, they meet. The next episode, she's dead. Like, there was no connection, right? And then him turning into the giant water fish was stupid. The tidal wave was much better. I'm
sorry. When it took 12 earthbenders to move a pebble this big, I'm sorry. No, but it's garbage.
I got it on Blu-ray 3D somewhere.
Oh my god!
I love watching you guys talk about this stuff. You're so passionate about it. You can see the and like bumping up and down.
I went there with the impression that I was going to see the whole thing like the show. And when I only saw the first chapter, I was like, "What?" I took my son. I was like, "Where's the Fire Lord? Where's the rest of the stuff?" And, I was instantly pissed off. I thought I was going to see the whole show.
I will say,
one movie.
The cast they have for the new one looks really good. Like they look like it looks pretty good. So all depends on the story. Did the creators and writers stay with it? I remember
they left halfway through production.
They did leave
because of creative differences.
No.
Which makes me worried.
Yeah.
And when they signed on, I was like, "Cool, we're gonna get a good adaptation." And then when they left halfway through the development because of creative differences, I was like, "Oh, that's
here we go." Yeah.
I think if I'm not mistaken, they're doing a continuation in a movie form, animated movie form of Aang and everybody when they're a little bit older.
After that gap in between Korra.
Yeah, before Legend of Korra, but after Last Airbender.
I read some of the comics after that.
So did I. When they find what's his name, Zuko's mom.
Yeah.
That's such a great show. Like that's the best American anime I have ever seen.
But it's not considered. It's considered a cartoon, But it's anime
because it's on Nickelodeon.
Yeah,
but they had it made overseas though.
Yeah.
And we're not talking about anime. We're talking about Avatar: The Last Airbender. It ain't my fault that you're being very uneducated now. Do your homework. Put your kids down.
Well-rounded, man. Be well-rounded.
Yeah, I'm proud to say that I'm dumb, but I know a lot about many different things. Like I know a little bit about a lot of things. Yeah, a little bit about a lot of things. So I can have a conversation about a little bit of everything. A little bit of everything.
What's that? A little bit of everything, master of none.
Yeah, I can talk. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
pretty much.
Did y'all see that test footage for the Ninja Turtles? I don't know what it's for, but that looks dope, man.
The Donatello thing,
and Leonardo, that looks really good. I don't know what it's for. Is it a video game or a show or a fan made movie?
I think it's a fan just did it to test it out, but it looks just like the 1990s.
Exactly, the same feel. Yep.
Why couldn't Michael Bay's turtles look like that? Instead of giant monstrosity monsters, man, like Shrek's having sex with fucking the Hulk or something. We're not going to get any sports talk here. First of all, football season hasn't started yet. Plus, Danny has his own show called Square One that you guys can go follow. His link is in the description box below.
We did our first show of the season yesterday.
I watched it. Pretty good show.
But if you guys want to talk sports, though, I watched All In today. It was fantastic. we're not going to talk about that. But yeah, it was fantastic.
I watched the Swamp.
Would you watch what?
The Swamp on Netflix about the Florida Gators. Yeah, Tim Tebow and all of them.
Yeah.
Tim Tebow,
the man.
Where the hell is he?
Doing college game day.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I think he came down to Montreal for a tryout at one point for quarterback before he retired.
Yes, I know today was National Movie Day, but there's two reasons why I didn't go to the movies. Tickets were $4. One main reason was today was AEW All In, and it was 5 hours long. So I watched it from 12 to 5. And then my girl said, I refuse to go to movies with you because it's $4. There's going to be a lot of people there, and all you do is yell at people on their phones. And I'm like, damn right I do. She gets mad every time I do it. There'll be people up front, and they're on their phones. I'm like, shut your fucking phone off. And my girl will be like, shut up. I'm like, no, don't tell me shut up. Tell them, motherfuckers. I tell her, dude, I go off. I'm like, I pay money to go see a movie, not to see these people on Facebook. If they don't want to watch the movie, then they can go out. But I'm not paying $30 a ticket for them motherfuckers to ruin my experience. Ain't happening. I will say something every time. Justin Monty threw another $5 super chat. Fun fact, the 2012 TMNT series actually poked fun of Michael Bay's movies. Did they?
Yeah, I have to back and watch it again.
Yeah, I only watched those episodes once, so I thought they came out before the Michael Bay movies.
They did 2012.
I try to forget about the Michael Bay movies. Here, Rob Roar. That's right, Zeke.
Talking about movies, I saw Blue Beetle for the second time on Friday.
That was the second time.
It was great. I enjoyed it a lot more.
I wanted to check it out. I wanted to.
It was actually, the theater had more people than the first time I went.
That's good. Word of mouth. Trying to get out.
Hopefully. Right now, I think it's sitting at 88 million.
Still got a long way to go to make that money back.
I don't think it's going to. Well, the only thing we can hope for is in China, it releases on the 14th. Yeah. And New Zealand, Australia, and stuff like that. New Zealand as well. So it's a long shot, but hey.
Yeah.
It sucks.
Listen, but like I said, man, 81 million is better than no money.
100%. 100%.
Yeah.
That's true.
Yeah. If that's what would have happened if it was on Disney Plus.
HBO
HBO.
Why the hell would you buy a PS5 to play Baldur's Gate 3, bro? Just save your money and get. First of all, you should have bought an Xbox.
Starfield.
until Baldur's Gate 3 comes on.
Come down on Xbox, yeah.
Like PS3 is the worst console of all time. Well, not all time. That's like the Jaguar, but. Like it's so anti-consumer. It's like, here, let me charge you $200 for a tablet with a controller attached that doesn't stream cloud games. Like they're so anti-consumer, bro. You should never give that company your money. I can't say nothing though. I spent $500 just so I can play Final Fantasy 16, and that game sucks. By the way, I beat it finally this week, and it's awful.
I didn't watch your review. It was you know your review.
It was. I didn't put out a review, but it's awful, man. It's awful, right? Usually, I'm a big baby and I cry at the end of every Final Fantasy, dude. Some stuff happens in this game, and like I just did not care. I probably meant PS5.
Just say you cry after a video game.
Yeah, dude. I bawl like Kingdom Hearts.
Oh, when Cortana died. Oh,
Halo
dude, I was like, I had freaking tears. I
was gone. Halo 4. Dude, I sat there. I was crying. My brother was making fun of me. I didn't care. I was playing Final Fantasy Crisis Core a couple months ago on the couch, and I was bawling, like not just crying, like I was bawling. And my girl was like, "Are you okay? Like you're like really weeping." I'm like, "You just don't understand. He's a hero and all this, right?" And then at the end of Final Fantasy 16, spoiler alert, they all die, and I don't give a crap about any of them. I'm like, screw these characters. Screw them all. Also, 5-minute warning. Yeah, 5 minute. 10-minute warning. 10-minute warning. Sorry, it's 9:49 or 10:49. Did you hear? Justin Monty said, "Did you hear? WandaVision, Loki, and Mandalorian season 1 and 2 are getting physical releases." Yes, I will be picking up the Mandalorian.
Yeah,
I will be picking up the Mandalorian. Mm-hmm. Don't sit there and facepalm me, Chris. Okay, real men don't mind showing their true emotion. When Cortana died and she said we were supposed to be there for each other, that's a sad fucking moment.
Yeah.
Okay, I was crying. I don't care. I still go back and play it, and I still cry. I don't care. I'll be doing that ugly cry.
He died.
He risked her life for you, Chief.
Oh my god! All right,
Yeah.
going on to the super chat Monty wrote. I will say pick up the physical media on the shows you like, because I have a strong feeling. I will say maybe 5 years from now there won't be any Disney Plus.
Yeah, the way, do you know how much money they're losing?
Yeah,
dude. Okay, I don't normally get into this because this ain't Geeks and Gamers. This is Storms, but Disney's in trouble. And the reason why I'm saying that, did you guys see the latest stuff that's going on at Disney about the Bibbidi Bobbidi Boop Shop?
No.
They have like which one?
Well,
what news? There's a lot.
Yeah, well, the latest news that I've seen, they had guys dressed in dresses, dressing up little girls and kids at the Bibbidi Bobbidi Boop Shop.
Oh, like the Cinderella shop?
Yeah, the princess shop. It was the princess shop.
How are you gonna have grown men dressed in drag, dressing little kids? That's not good.
No,
but like nothing against, like, you can dress and do whatever you want. Everybody should live their life the way they want. Be happy the way you live your life. You got to stop pushing stuff on little kids, man. They're you don't want to like I don't have kids. I know you guys do. I can only speak for myself, but you shouldn't be showing kids certain things at a certain age. You know,
everything has its time and place. And the thing is that that's what I said. That what's going on now is they're using, corporations are using their power to influence a small minority group, and they're forgetting that the major consumers that consume Disney stuff are not people that have those same views. So what's happening now? Their parks are empty, the wait lines are apparently the lines are like short as hell.
Yeah,
and you saw the last stock market thing. They're crashing, and Disney Plus is bleeding out money.
Yeah,
they're putting out shows that. Yeah, go ahead.
No, I was gonna say that's precisely why they're doing the physical release.
Yeah,
you know, because they're trying to get extra money somehow.
Yeah, and I strongly believe they're gonna end up pulling that plug, and you're gonna go back to how it was before. You're gonna have some Disney content on Netflix, HBO Max, or Prime, or whatever. You know, streaming services are gonna, pay royalties in order to have those certain shows on their platforms. But Disney Plus is gonna disappear.
The last few of their movies haven't been good either. And I'm not talking about just Marvel. I'm talking about their Pixar movies are bombing. Snow White.
Last I heard today that it's postponed. That movie's
I thought the Elementals did pretty good.
No, I think Elementals. I don't know for sure. You might be right.
Internationally, it did.
They overperformed. They didn't underperform.
So right now, internationally, it's beating Spider-Man.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. But the thing is that the other movies hurt so much that people didn't go to the theaters to watch Elementals. Yeah. And also the fact that they have the streaming services, a lot of people are just not going to go to the theater to watch it. They're just going to wait.
I can wait a month and just watch it at my home.
Yeah.
Elementals did 446 or 468 million. It did really well international.
Yeah, it beat Spider-Man.
Profit. What was the cost? Do you know?
It doesn't say the cost. It just says it opened up to 29 million.
All right. So yeah, I look what WB has done with Blue Beetle. They came out and announced that it's going to be in streaming. September 19th?
Oh, is it that soon? Huh?
Thank God.
It's just like
I can finally watch the rest of it.
So it's like Danny. But it's they're shooting themselves in the foot with all this streaming shit.
I'm telling you, if they keep this up, me and Chris Knight had a debate about it, whether or not streaming services is going to kill the theater experience. I think it is. Another 4 or 5 years. I don't know if theaters are going to be around.
I think eventually you're right.
Based on this, because I would much rather watch a movie just like some people like going to the Super Bowl or going to I'm not going to do it one time. But if I had the money to go 10 times to a live event or 10 times, watch it at home and big screen TV, the comfort, the way I want to watch it. I'm going to watch it at home because I can pause it. I can go to the bathroom. I ain't got to pay arm and leg for concessions.
Especially the 3-hour movies.
So, man, I can movies. Man, no way.
That's one reason I haven't seen Oppenheimer yet.
And not to mention, if you take your family now, average family is between 4 and 5 people. If you take more than 3 people to the theaters now, you are killing $100 bill.
Yep.
You might as well go ahead and just earmark it that this is theater money because you're going to get, well, I'm at is $10 a ticket. So if I take my family of 5.
That's 50 right there.
That's $50 right there.
Then food.
Then concessions is, the cheapest concession might be $5. That's a drink. So you get everybody drink, that's another $25. You get popcorn. Shoot. That's another $25. That's $100 right there.
At least.
So
I don't think the movie theaters are going to disappear. I think there's going to be less of them.
Yeah,
they're not going to be.
They're going to go just for.
It's going to go back to what it was exactly.
Years ago, there was a bunch of drive-ins. Now, now you can count on one hand how many there are in the United States.
I know of one where I live is an hour from me.
There are none where I live at.
Yeah, I remember when you used to have the theaters, the old classic theaters with the velvet screen, velvet curtains. Remember that? I miss those days, man. But then they went out all megaplexes, right? Like 12, 13, 14. And now those megaplexes, a lot of them have empty show that they're not showing movies anymore because of exactly what you're saying.
Okay, with inflation now, I'm just looking at it today. What did I get? I got a gallon of milk, a loaf of bread, and ketchup, and it was like $30.
Yeah.
Now, if you're gonna pay $30 for food or $25 to go to the IMAX, what you gonna do?
Get that food.
I'm not going to IMAX. That ain't never happening.
Justin Monty threw a $5 super chat. He said,
"On fire."
He's like super on fire. They even just recently premiered Miss Marvel on ABC, which is another fact. Is that true? Are they really premiering these Disney Plus shows on regular TV now?
Yeah.
Oh, really? Wow.
Yeah. And apparently, viewership was extremely low.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I see them on TV all the time.
Yeah. It didn't do well at all on network.
A lot of people are canceling their stuff. I mean, I canceled.
I canceled mine.
If it wasn't for Ahsoka, I would have canceled my Disney Plus.
I canceled Disney Plus last week because I got.
I think when's Loki come out?
So there's no need to walk.
At the end of Ahsoka, like the week after.
Okay, so one was on the inner line. She's like, "You sure? You sure you want to cancel?" Yes, cancel this. CANCEL. Cancel. Stop taking it.
I just go on the website and cancel.
Yeah.
I wish I did, but like forget the password, that kind of stuff. You gotta jump through send this phone, send this mail. Then you gotta send it to that right there and do this and all of that. And am I a robot? How many signs do you see? How many bicycles you see in the screen? All that crap.
I had that problem. My wife got me this book.
I knew that. I knew
that too. Yeah.
I'm telling you, man.
Yes, I definitely need that one.
You were saying, Rob, what did you cancel?
I canceled Paramount Plus, HBO Max, and there was another one I canceled because it got too much, man.
All I got now, I'm going to cancel Paramount Plus. They love themselves some rip on doggone.
Yellowstone.
Yellowstone, buddy.
I got Disney Plus, Netflix, and Crunchyroll right now. That's all I have right now.
Crunchyroll. I never heard
of because I'm anime.
It's anime.
Anime. Right.
Yeah. Porname.
I got.
When you come into bed.
I mean, there's hentai, so there's hentai.
But some of that anime shows some graphic stuff.
Oh yes, it does.
When I lived in Japan, when I was in the service, man, I like, is this a cartoon on TV? And then, man, they were like doing some crazy
what was that?
stuff.
The cyberpunk anime that came on Netflix. They were showing titties on there and everything. They didn't hold back.
Remember Akira?
Oh yeah.
Hey, what's the female actress? She played in Hunger Games. What's her name?
Jennifer Lawrence.
Have y'all seen her latest movie, No Hard Feelings?
Yeah, I heard that was good. I heard it was pretty funny.
Is she really naked, or is that?
No, that's her, brother.
There's a scene, man, when she gets out that water and whips them guys' butt that took her clothes.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Well, if you ever watched Red Sparrow, she's completely naked in that too.
She doesn't have a problem getting naked and stuff like that.
Oh, she is fit. She's fit.
Proud of her.
I can say.
I thought it was a double.
I went and saw that movie in theaters. I was like, I remember when I went and saw it too. I was happy. I was like, thank God. I enjoyed it. It was fun, but
it's a funny movie.
Is it kind of like Easy A, that kind of style movie? Where
it's a rom-com.
Yeah, it's a rom-com. But it was just nice going to a movie and it not being a comic book movie or a franchise movie.
Yeah.
You know, like Oppenheimer. You just go there and you're just there to watch the movie. You don't have no expectations.
I'm ready for Oppenheimer to come on my special.
Your pirate ship.
My pirate ship.
You get out of the water you sunk last time.
I don't know how you sleep at night, Danny. That's very unethical.
I sleep good because I pay for it. It ain't like I'm stealing it. I had to pay a certain fee for it, but this fee allows me to see things that other people can't see.
Did you finish Blue Beetle?
No, that came from like a link on the computer. I don't like those because they ain't reliable. This thing I got at my house, Apollo TV, it's the truth, buddy. I was watching the $6 Million Man the other night. I was like, man, I ain't seen this in years. Incredible Hulk.
Right.
Watch all that good stuff. Yes.
All right, DJ, where can the people find you?
You find me on my channel, Token Black Guy, Wednesday nights on Gascar's channel, and here on Sunday nights.
Gascar, where can people find you, sir?
My channel, The Basco Scenario, every Wednesday, 8 p.m. Check us out. Come on, guys.
And Danny, you, sir? Oh, I'm sorry, Gascar. I didn't mean to cut you off.
No, go ahead. That's good.
Tomorrow morning, I'm doing my show Integrity. It's on, that's the word of the day. It's on the Road to Wisdom. I'm going to show these two guys up here, Hanzo Show, Chaos Central, Rob Show, a lot of places. So check us out, man. Great show today, Rob.
Appreciate you guys. I'm going to get this last super chat and then we'll head out. That's Eddie through in $5. Anybody looking forward to Percy Jackson? No, I'm not a Percy Jackson fan, me personally. I like
the movies. I like the movies. I haven't seen I know they make a series. Check it out. I'll check it out.
Give two shits about it, but hey.
Yeah. There might not be a show next Sunday. I'm not entirely sure yet.
Yeah, next week is Labor Day weekend.
Labor Day, yeah. I might be out in the lake, so I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah, that might just cancel next week's episode because AEW's next pay-per-view is next week.
I'll be playing Starfield all next weekend. That's what I'll be doing.
I can't do that when my girl's home. I can't play games when my girl's home. I can't do that. I was thinking about putting in the $30, get it.
I am. I'm gonna do it tomorrow. Yeah. Fuck it.
But all right, peeps. I'm heading out. I have everybody's links in the description box below. We will be jumping over to the Storms Nation stream next, so hopefully you guys can jump over there. So thank you guys for watching. Appreciate you. And that's it.